everyone, welcome to Vedantu NCERT Solutions 11th and 12th. I am Anjana, your biology master teacher, and today we are going to discuss questions from the chapter called Excretory product and their elimination, in which first question, define glomerular filtration rate. We need to tell what glomerular filtration rate is. Okay, so GFR. Okay, what it is? The amount of glomerular filtrate obtained or filtrate is formed or obtained in the kidney per minute. Okay, per minute. This is known as GFR. Okay, so this is usually 125 ml per minute. Each minute it is going to filtrate how much amount? 125 ml of filtrate. Okay, so primary filtrate will be obtained. So this is the first question. Explain the auto-regulatory mechanism of glomerular filtration rate. So we need to tell how this GFR is regulated. Okay, auto-regulatory mechanism. So when glomerular filtration rate is falls down, okay, when glomerular filtration rate is falls down, then there is a place called juxtaglomerular apparatus. Okay, so this apparatus is present between the DCT, okay, DCT and the corpuscles, renal corpuscles. Okay, so between this DCT and renal corpuscle, there is a junction. There is a overlapping of these two. So that particular place is known as juxtaglomerular apparatus. This juxtaglomerular apparatus releases renin. Okay, so a chemical called renin. This renin activate angiotensin mechanism. What it is? Angiotensin mechanism. So this angiotensin mechanism what this mechanism will do? This mechanism increases the blood pressure. It increases the blood pressure. Okay, so it increases the blood pressure. As the blood pressure increases, the flow of blood also increases to the Bowman capsule. Okay, so hence the glomerular filtration rate is increases. Okay, indicate whether the following statement are true or false. Okay, so there are 5 statement which is given here. We need to tell whether it is true or false. Okay, micturition is carried out by a reflex. What is micturition? Micturition is a process of removal of urine from the urinary bladder, right? So that is carried out by a reflex. Is this right or wrong? So this is actually true. This is true. So the micturition, removal of urine from the urinary bladder is regulated by neurons. It is a reflex mechanism. Okay, so this is true. Second one, ADH helps in water elimination, making the urine hypotonic. Okay, see, ADH means what? Antidiuretic hormone. This antidiuretic hormone, what actually this hormone is going to do? This eliminate water, right? So from the filtrate, it is eliminating the water. Okay, when the elimination of water takes place, what happens? The urine will concentrate it. The concentration of the urine become more and more. So finally, the urine become hypertonic. It's not hypotonic, it become hypertonic. Hence, this is false. Okay, so the next one. Protein-free fluid is filtered from blood plasma into the Bowman capsule. Okay, so this is actually true. So the protein-free fluid from the blood plasma is filtered into the Bowman capsule. So by Bowman capsule means it is a cup-like structure of the nephron which filter the filter the glomerular filtrate is enter into the Bowman capsule, to which the protein free fluid is filtered out. Okay, so this is true. Yes. Okay, the next one. Henle's loop plays an important role in concentration of the urine. So, you know what you mean by counter current mechanism, right? Counter current mechanism. So, in the counter current mechanism, what is going to happen? The concentration of the urine, right? So, this is correct. Henle's loop plays an important role in concentration of the urine by counter current mechanism. This sentence is true. Okay, so the next one. Glucose is actively reabsorbed in proximal convoluted tubule. See, in the proximal convoluted tubule, what happens? Water, some amount of water, and also nutrients. Okay, so nutrients, yes, so and also minerals. Yes, so water, nutrients and mineral is reabsorbed. Okay, reabsorbed. So this is also true. Clear? Yes. Give a brief account of counter current mechanism. So counter current mechanism is helpful for concentration of urine. Yes. So here two structure which helps in counter current mechanism. One is known as, the first one is known as Henle's loop. Okay, Henle's loop. So this is the Henle's loop. This part. Okay, so this particular part is Henle's loop. Yes, so this Henle's loop having descending limb. This is the descending limb and this is ascending limb. Okay, one is Henle's loop and second one is known as vasa recta. Second one is vasa recta. So this vasa recta is moving parallel to the anti-parallel to the nephron. Okay, so this vasa recta is actually, so means one is in front, one is on the back side. So this is how the vasa recta and nephron will align. Yes. Okay. So this is the vasa recta. This portion is vasa recta. Clear, right? Okay. Let's see the remaining part. Okay. So this is the descending limb and this is the ascending limb. Okay. Yes. So the Henle's loop is present. Where this Henle's loop is present? In the kidney? In the medulla region. Okay, in the medulla region, and Bowman capsule and DCT, PCT, these things are present in cortex region. Okay, so the cortex region containing less concentration. Okay, so the interstitial fluid of the cortex containing less concentration, that is 300 milliosmolarity per liter. Okay, 300 milliosmolarity per liter. But in the medulla region, as it enters to the medulla region, the concentration become more and more. See, here it is 400, this is 600, 900 and deep inside we can find 1200 milliosmolarity per liter. Okay, so the concentration of the interstitial fluid of medulla is more and more. Clear? Yes. So, let's discuss counter current mechanism. Yes. So, the concentration of the urine in the PCT here. Okay, here is 300. Okay, so when it enters into the medulla region, this region containing 400, right? The concentration of interstitial fluid is 400. To maintain the balance, what happens? The water will come out. Okay, and here also the concentration become 400. And when this filtrate is enter into deep inside, okay, here the concentration is, interstitial concentration is 600. To maintain that, water will come out. Okay, and here the concentration is 600. Yes, okay, and this filtrate is moving furthermore, right? And finally, it reaches here the concentration of concentration of interstitial fluid is 1200, and to maintain that, this filtrate also may remove water and it become more and more concentrated. Yes, so water is removed here, right? So then it is moving to the ascending limb, right? Ascending limb of the Henle's loop. So this is the ascending limb, right? When it moved towards the ascending limb, what is going to happen? The concentration become less, right? So here is 1000, here is 800, here is 600, here is 400. But this is impermeable to water. Okay, so it cannot release water. Okay, but it can release NaCl. So it is a salt, right? NaCl, it can release NaCl. So as it moving to the ascending limb, to maintain the concentration in the interstitial fluid, what is going to happen? It releases NaCl. Okay, it releases NaCl. Hence the concentration of the interstitial fluid is maintained. Okay, and when it reaches to the DCT, the concentration of the urine become more and more. Yes, so when this NaCl is released into the interstitial fluid, from the interstitial fluid, this NaCl is entering into the where? This portion is known as descending limb of vasa recta. It is from the NaCl, from the ascending limb of the Henle's loop. It is releasing NaCl into the interstitial fluid. From the interstitial fluid, the NaCl enter into the descending limb of the vasa recta, and this is moving towards the ascending limb. When ascending limb containing more and more amount of concentration or amount of NaCl, this helps the release of water in the descending limb of the Henle's loop. So this is known as counter current mechanism. Clear, right? Describe the role of liver, lung and skin in the excretion. Okay, so liver also helps in excretion, lungs also helps in excretion, skin also helps in excretion. So how these organs are helping in excretion? Let's see. So liver, what is the function of liver? So liver is going to release bilirubin, biliverdin and some vitamins, excess amount of vitamins or toxic substance which is present in our body will be excreted or entered into this substance will enter into the digestive system. Okay, from the digestive system, these waste will enter into the rectum. Okay, so through the rectum, it will go out as a fecal matter. Okay, so that is liver. Next one is lungs. You know lungs, what our lungs is going to help in, right? So we will breathing in atmospheric air which containing oxygen. That oxygen is very much necessary for our to form any kind of activity. We need oxygen, right? So to produce ATP, we need oxygen. That oxygen is carried by lungs, right? So the lungs will carry gases, mixture of gases from the atmospheric air to the lungs. Okay, so from the lungs, what happens? Diffusion happens and carbon dioxide released out. This carbon dioxide through the nostril will go out. Okay, so lungs helps in exchange of gases. Yes. Next one is skin. Okay, in skin, to maintain body temperature, what we are going to do? We will shiver when we have very cold temperature, right? When we have excess temperature, what we are going to do? Sweating. In this sweat, we will find water and also some kind of oil and also urea and ammonia, some kind of nitrogenous waste also. So these waste will be released. Okay, these waste will be released through the skin. Yes, so this is about excretion of nitrogenous waste or the particle which is harmful to us by liver, lungs and skin. Yes, explain micturition. What do you mean by micturition? Tell me what is micturition is. Micturition means the process of release of urine. Okay, the process of release of urine is known as micturition. This micturition happens when it is going to happen when the bladder, urinary bladder. So this is the urinary bladder. When this urinary bladder is completely filled, okay, when the urinary bladder is completely filled, the stretcher receptor is present in the urinary bladder, give signal to the central nervous system. Okay, so the stretcher receptor gives signal to the central nervous system. The central nervous system through motor sensory system, okay, motor nerve cells gives instruction to the bladder. Okay, so the bladder containing smooth muscle. This smooth muscle is going to contract and relax. When this contraction and relaxation happens, what happens? The urine present in the which one? Urinary bladder will released out through the urethra. Okay, so this is known as micturition. Yes, match the item of column 1 with those of column 2. Okay, so column 1 containing aminotelism, next Bowman capsule, micturition, uricotelism, ADH. Okay, column 2 containing births, water reabsorption, bony fishes, urinary bladder, renal tubule. Okay, so we need to match these two columns. Aminotelism, the organism or the process of removal of ammonia is known as aminotelism. So the organism which releases ammonia is known as aminotelic organism. So aminotelism means release of ammonia. This happens. So the ammonia is released by which organism? Bony fish. Okay, bony fish. Yes. Next one, Bowman capsule. Bowman capsule is a part of births, water reabsorption, urinary bladder, renal tubule. Which is the right one? Bowman capsule is renal tubule. Okay, so next one, micturition. Which is the right one? Okay, so the micturition means where the micturition is going to happen? In the urinary bladder. Yes. Next one is uricotelism. Uricotelism means the organism or the process of removal of uric acid. So this is happen in the births. Okay. Next one is ADH, antidiuretic hormone. Antidiuretic hormone helps in water reabsorption. Okay. Clear, right? What is meant by the term osmoregulation? What do you mean by osmoregulation? Osmoregulation means regulation of optimum temperature, water, okay, and salt or minerals. Okay, salt or minerals in the body fluid. Okay, in the body fluid and where tissue. Okay, regulation of optimum temperature, water, salt in the body fluid, that means blood or lymph, and also in the tissues. Okay, interstitial fluid and tissues. So this is known as osmoregulation. Yes. Okay, terrestrial animals are generally either ureotelic or uricotelic, not aminotelic. Why? See, aminotelic is highly toxic. It is highly toxic. To remove this ammonia from our body require more and more amount of water. Okay, so it require more amount of water. But terrestrial animal like us, we do not have that amount of water, right? So more amount of water is required to release ammonia from our body. So highly toxic substance, we can't keep it in our body itself, right? So and also it require more amount of water, but our body require water to, we need to conserve water. We can't take more and more amount of water on daily or regular basis. Continuously we can't take water. For aquatic organism, this is exactly opposite. It is living in the, means the aquatic organism is living in the water, right? So they can release ammonia by having more and more amount of water. But terrestrial animals like us, we don't have that amount of water. So that what we are going to do, we are converting this ammonia. Okay, we are converting this ammonia into urea. So those organisms are called ureotelic organism. Those organisms are called ureotelic organism. And some organism like birds, okay, bird is going to convert ammonia into uric acid. Okay, so those organisms are called uricotelic organism. So ammonia is highly toxic. Compared to ammonia, urea is less toxic, and compared to ammonia, uric acid is least toxic. Okay, hence birds having less toxic substance like uric acid. Okay, it require very little amount of water to excrete this nitrogenous waste. Yes. What is the significance of juxtaglomerular apparatus in kidney function? What is the significance of juxtaglomerular apparatus? What is juxtaglomerular apparatus? See, think this is a nephron. So this is highly coiled part. This part is known as PCT, proximal convoluted tubule, and we can find a narrow hairpin like structure. So this is known as Henle's loop, and from Henle's loop, the ascending limb of the Henle's loop ending with a larger tubule. So this tubule is highly coiled structure. This structure is known as DCT. This is known as DCT. Okay, so and this enter into the collecting duct. Okay, so here what is present in this area? What is present in the Malpighian tubule? What is present? This is corpuscles, right? So this area containing arterioles. So the arterioles, afferent arterioles and the DCT is connected to each other at a particular region. This particular region is known as juxtaglomerular apparatus. Okay, so this juxtaglomerular apparatus is going to, means it can able to release renin. Okay, so when glomerular filtration rate is reduced, okay, when glomerular filtration rate is reduced, the juxtaglomerular apparatus is going to release renin. Okay, so this renin convert an angiotensinogen into angiotensin 1, and later it is converting into angiotensin 2. This angiotensin 2 is helps in increasing the blood flow or increasing the BP. Okay, it increases the BP. When the BP is increased, what happens? Blood flow to the kidney or blood flow to the nephron increases. Okay, blood flow increases. So when blood flow increases, what happens? Eventually the glomerular filtration rate is increases. So that's how it regulate the glomerular filtration rate. Clear, right? Yes. Name the following. A chordate animal having flame cell as excretory structure. Okay, so the chordate animal which containing flame cell as excretory structure, this we can see in Amphioxus. Okay, so it is a cephalochordate. So this cephalochordate having flame cell as excretory organ. Okay, next one. Cortical portion projecting between medullary pyramids in the human kidney. See, think this is a human kidney. Okay, so this kidney is containing many pyramid-like structure. So this pyramid-like structure present in the medulla region, right? So this is present in the medulla region, but the cortical region, see this area is also cortex. So the cortex region is enter in between the pyramids. So this area is known as what it is called? Column of Bertini. Okay, column of Bertini. Yes. Next one. A loop of capillary running parallel to Henle's loop. Okay. So this is our kidney, nephron. Okay, Bowman capsule is there. Here is the glomerulus. Together it is known as Malpighian tubule. And here we can find PCT, and then we can find Henle's loop. Okay, and then we can find DCT, and finally we can find collecting duct. Okay, so parallel to this one we can find a network of blood capillaries passing. Okay, so this network of blood capillaries or network of this arterioles. Okay, arterioles is known as vasa recta. Okay, this is known as vasa recta. So the right answer for this is vasa recta. Yes. Okay, fill the gaps. Ascending limb of Henle's loop is dash to water, whereas descending limb is dash to it. Okay, so let's discuss. This is the kidney. Okay, so proximal convoluted tubule, distal convoluted tubule, and Henle's loop. Right, so this is collecting duct. Okay, so this is the descending limb. Okay, so descending limb of Henle's loop. This is the ascending limb of Henle's loop. Okay, the descending limb is, so the descending limb is permeable to water. Okay, so permeable to water. Yes, so and the ascending limb, so this is the ascending limb, right? So this ascending limb is impermeable to water. So this is impermeable. So impermeable. This is impermeable. Okay, so and this is permeable. Yes. Okay, next one. Reabsorption of water from distal part of the tubule is facilitated by hormone. Which hormone? Which hormone helps in reabsorption of water from the distal part of the tubule? Yes. So that is ADH, anti-diuretic hormone. Okay. So anti-diuretic hormone, or it also known as vasopressin. This is also known as vasopressin. Okay. Next one. Dialysis of fluid containing all the constituent as in plasma except, okay, dialysis fluid containing all the constituent. What are the constituent present in the plasma? Everything will be present in dialysis fluid as well, but one thing is missing. What is that one thing? That is nitrogenous waste. Okay, nitrogenous waste. Yes. Okay, the last one. As healthy human, adult human excrete dash gram of urea per day. How much amount of urea is excreted by a healthy adult man? How much? That is 25 to 30 grams. Okay, 25 to 30 grams of urea in a day. Okay.